Hello and welcome to this short video presentation introducing CIMSPA, the Chartered Institute for the Management of Sport and Physical Activity. I'm Dillon, CIMSPA's Chief Executive, and I'd like to thank Later Life Training for their invitation to participate today. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in person. Your event unfortunately clashes with the UK Active and CIMSPA Active Training Conference and Awards, a major date in our calendar when we celebrate the very best of the sport and physical activity sector. Over the next 10 minutes or so, I'll introduce you to the Institute, our work, and how joining your sector's professional body can help both your personal professional development and your career prospects. I'm particularly pleased to be speaking to you today because of the specific niche Later Life Training occupies. For the past 2 years, I've enjoyed visiting operators in every corner of the UK, and most days these meetings are with what you might call the traditional leisure and fitness market, local authority and trust leisure operators and private operators. Today though, I'm talking to a big part of the future of our sector, those whose work straddles both fitness and health. Later Life Training's superb work in developing safe, effective physical activity and exercise programmes for older people not only promotes independence and quality of life for participants, but also contributes to the wider national health improvement goals. And I'm confident that CIMSPA has a positive role to play in the career success of Later Life's training students and tutors. So I'd like to share with you our vision, our successes thus far, and the challenges still remaining. CIMSPA is the single professional body for the sport, fitness and physical activity sector. CIMSPA received its Royal Charter in 2012 and has explicit government backing to lead on workforce and career development for our entire sector. Most importantly, CIMSPA has the backing of employers. We are the Chartered Institute employers have asked us to be, providing custodianship of the sector standards and professional credibility. And this employer backing continues to grow and grow as more organisations get on board. The Institute was created by a merger of two bodies, ISRM and ISPAL, whose focus was what you might call the traditional leisure and fitness industry, sports centres, swimming pools and gyms. CIMSPA's remit, though, has been widened greatly to meet the ask of the government sports strategy. We have defined 5 core segments which together make up the sport and physical activity sector: leisure operations, exercise and fitness, community sport, performance sport, physical activity and health and well-being. CIMSPA will look after every occupation in every segment from levels 1 to 9. Our goal is to create career pathways and a route to charter status for all of those occupations. This route to charter status already exists for the leisure operations segment, and this year we opened our first membership pathways for exercise and fitness professionals. Arguably, the most exciting area of our work is the emergence of a distinct physical activity and health and well-being agenda. CIMSPA's role as a chartered institute is to define new occupations or refine existing ones to fulfil this. Imagine a level 4 to 7 occupation whose core role is the credible and measurable delivery of exercise referral prescriptions, either in facilities or out in the community, perhaps something as simple as a group rehab in a public park. This occupation would have a route to charter status with the respect and benefits such a position entails. CIMSPA is already working with government departments and learned bodies to identify the priority conditions a chartered physical activity practitioner could help with, such as long-term post-operative or stroke rehabilitation, falls, diabetes and obesity. Other learned bodies want to work with CIMSPA towards this model, but they expect our sector to deliver a credible and regulated workforce, and this is what we're working towards. This is the new business model for our sector, closer alignment with health and well-being and being part of a solution for the current problem of an arguably unsustainable National Health Service. In December 2015, the government published its new Sporting Future strategy, and CIMSPA were one of only a handful of organisations asked by government to help deliver the strategy's ambitions. 6 months later, in their own Towards an Active Nation strategy, Sport England also made clear CIMSPA's mandate to lead on workforce development. Going forward, CIMSPA will be supported to work with employers, training providers, awarding organisations and further and higher education institutes to create the high-quality, high-skilled sector workforce that can both challenge the inactivity pandemic and work with the wider public health landscape. This high-level mandate and backing came for one simple reason. We already started building the system that government employers believe our sector needs. So CIMSPA is now working with Sport England on how best to embed a fit-for-purpose workforce development strategy into the entire sector. The foundation of our work is the CIMSPA Professional Standards Matrix. CIMSPA's research has identified that there are around 50 job roles in the sector, which can be grouped together into multiple core functions at levels 1 to 9, from apprenticeships right through to Managing Director and CEO. We're now building a single, definitive, employer-led professional standards matrix that encompasses all of the above. Each standard defines the knowledge, skills and behaviours that applies to a particular role. The first two, Recreation Assistant and General Manager, are about to launch, and a steady tempo of work by our employer and expert-led committees will complete the matrix by summer 2018. These professional standards will then inform the development of the career's entire qualifications, training and CPD system, as well as career pathways. So awarding organisations, training providers, employers and further and higher education institutes will be working within a unified ecosystem of learning and professional development that is facilitated and protected by CIMSPA and is being created for your benefit, our sector's workforce. Those coming into the sector from the education world will have had employability baked into their learning programmes, and once in employment will have access to quality training and CPD, as well as a pathway to chartered status in their chosen specialism. It goes without saying that increasing the professionalisation of our workforce will give our sector a seat at the table as the UK looks to address the inactivity pandemic, respond to the challenges of an ageing population and to help relieve the pressures facing our national health services. So, how will CIMSPA's employer-led and government-backed workforce development project affect you as individuals? Firstly, I hope you understand that the opportunity that a strong chartered institute represents for you all. For all of you in the room here today, our exercise and fitness industry pathways give you immediate access to membership at either affiliate or practitioner level. You'll be a member of the sector's only chartered professional body. You'll be offered a competitive insurance protection service via our partners at FitPro and be listed on the CIMSPA Exercise and Fitness Directory, the only register you need to be on. Then, as we develop a pathway to chartered practitioner status, this will be the logical next step for the ambitious amongst you. For later life training students, you're fortunate to be coming into the sector where, for the first time, a systemic career pathway is being laid down, which you will be amongst the first to benefit from. But please keep in mind that this is an evolution, not a seismic shock. The transition to the standards and training and qualifications ecosystem I've outlined won't happen overnight, but it is coming. And over time, you'll start to see CIMSPA membership as a desirable, if not essential, on many job applications, while for the self-employed, those hiring may well expect you to be a member. There's no reason to be concerned though. Our membership starts at just £30 a year, and we're committed to keeping CPD costs fair and reasonable. So my message to you is simple: join us.